mighty. Not because you want to, but you have to. Be bold and no time to be bashful. Grab life by the horns like a natural. Be sharp, be quick, and be agile. Never ever let a competitor catch you. Stay ahead of whatever is trying to pass you. Though it's not a race, sometimes that's how you gotta operate.
There we go. Okay. Gah. Ooh, lordy. Yeah, see, my model is lagging just by running this game. So let's bump it down to low and apply. Okay, that's better. Ugh, gotta restart the game. Of course it does. Of course it's gotta restart the game. Alright, and let's not forget to change the stream info, because I often would forget that. There we go. Alright, come on, load up for me, please. You went faster last time. Why is it taking so long? Okay, I hit stop, force that to not run, and I'll start it anew. Okay, there we go. Okay, hopefully it'll run better this time. There it goes. Alright, and hopefully it should be ready faster this time, just because... There we go. Haha! Alright, so... Settings... So even on the low settings, this still looks alright. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into the single player, just because that's what I did in the last one, and that'll allow me to experiment a bit more and just get a feel overall for how it compares. So we're starting on the lower end cars. Volkswagen Golf is one we drove in the other one, so it'll be a good baseline for comparison. Now this game has a bit more of an RPG-like system, where you're upgrading and able to modify the cars. The more you drive it, the more points you gain for doing that. So it does have an RPG-like aspect of your car becoming better with time. Oh, that is... Okay. I see now I need to switch to my PNG. Hang on. I'm gonna disappear for a second. There we go. Alright, hopefully with this it's gonna run smoother. And it looks like it already is. Good. Okay. So how many laps of practice do I get? Okay, so already you get some interesting presentation value there with these types of scenes here. Now we can't really compare the loading times because I've got this on an M.2. Okay, so there. So now it feels kind of heavy still, right? Doesn't want to turn... Actually, I feel like it wants to turn a little more than in Gran Turismo while under acceleration. Okay, so this is the chase cam that's comparable to what was in Gran Turismo. So you can see already how the car rotates on screen independent of the camera. The camera is not like snapped to the car, so even when the weight of the car shifts on suspension, the camera stays parallel to the track. Actually, no, it stays straight. The track's allowed to tilt, and the camera won't even tilt with the track. So the camera stays stationary. It stays level with the horizon. So turning is still better when you're not accelerating nor braking. However, it wants to slide a bit more if turning under braking. And while drifting, you can still maintain a level of control. And we're using comparable control settings, control preset. So already there, you're getting more of a sense of the speed, I think, because as you can tell while we're going by, everything else looks a little blurry, right? The things off to the side, the environmental elements, as they go by, they're more blurry. The curbs don't seem to want to just derail the car so much. Alright, let's take this turn under full acceleration. Okay, we're going 104, and already everything feels a little faster than in Gran Turismo. It's whooshing by faster. Also, the way the racing line looks, you can see the way it's going whoosh past already makes you feel like you're going pretty fast. Nope, gotta let go of the gas. Okay, now we can accelerate. Yeah, and with the track, you can see some... Okay, so you see the rain, right? And it looks like when we're driving past the rain as it's falling. Okay, so while I was turning while braking, and then when I released the brakes, it didn't quite feel like the car wanted to load up on the front tires and turn faster for half of a second. So the physics and weight load is a little less realistic. And it wants to slide a bit more. Okay. So it's a little less grippy. And a little less boat-like. The cars are a bit more prone to sliding, it looks like. But that also could be because the rainy weather could be creating a situation of lower grip, because I do think it simulates that to an extent. Whoa, hi. Okay, yeah. Hi, okay. Okay, I was able to recover that. It does turn faster when not accelerating. Okay. Just like in the other one. So there's still that element of realism to it. But... and it is interesting, because there is an aspect of this where it does feel like it doesn't want to turn very sharply. But it feels like I can turn easier than in Gran Turismo. Like, I don't have to slow down as much to make these turns. Now, obviously, no two turns are equal, right? No two turns are exactly the same, so it's hard to compare. But it just does feel like I'm going faster in general. Like I'm at a 110, 114. Let's go first person. Now, in first person, it actually feels a little slower than it did in Gran Turismo. You can see the difference, though, in how when I was accelerating, the turning slowed. The turning radius got wider. But, like, when I'm going over 100 like I am now, it does not feel as fast as it did in Gran Turismo. So, I think Gran Turismo somehow looks better in first-person view, while Forza is better in chase cam. Now let's just bump these graphics back to medium real quick. I know it's not going to change everything unless I do a restart, but let's run that. Okay, we got even more motion blur, it looks like. Oh, lordy. And everything is smoothed out a bit. Still does feel like we're going quite fast. Okay, gotta brake. Ease up off the brake, brake again, then accelerate. Okay. Light acceleration, then full acceleration out of the turn. Okay. Yeah, the chase cam in this is much faster feeling than in Gran Turismo. And I like how it stays with the horizon, even if the track wants to angle like that, wants to have a bit of a camber. And then you have the option of a close cam. A close chase. Okay, now there, it really wanted to go wide. Like, holy crap. Interesting. The differences in the feel are already pretty apparent here. Here's what I'm gonna do. Since I'm already in this state, let's exit real quick. Let's reboot the game so that it can run at fully run at medium settings. And then we'll give it one last, we'll give it a full race just to see. Game? Is there a reason you're frozen here while exiting? Strange. I really need to upgrade my PC even more. So it literally froze while closing the game. Fun. Okay. So, loading it up one last time. I'm going to run it on medium settings so we can try to compare it to Gran Turismo in full while doing a full race. There we go. Overall, I would say that it feels like this does have a better sense of speed. So let's run a full race. We'll just quick upgrade, confirm, finish, go race. Okay. So far, based on what I've seen of both, I would venture to say Gran Turismo is probably a better first-person game, like cockpit view, but Forza is better. Okay. How many laps? 5 laps. So we're going to reduce the fuel load so that we have just over enough, just above what we need to reduce the weight. Now, this has an interesting system where in the single-player campaign, you get to choose where you start. I already completed. So we're going to start in the middle of the pack and see how we can do. And then we also have the difficulty set smack dab in the middle. Sport rules, medium difficulty, medium, moderate assist settings. So essentially the closest equivalent we can get to the intermediate setting that was on the on Gran Turismo. So go race. Let's see how this feels. Now, we're not getting a rolling start like we did in all the Gran Turismo races. So that part's not going to be the same. And we're going to have to manage the chaos that is turn 1 but it's not going to be as chaotic as if we were racing against human racers, because man, they can get chaotic in the early turns. Okay. Also, there's more cars on the track. In the Gran Turismo demo, in the races, there was 20 cars. In this one, there's 24. Going around the outside. Okay. Gotta hit the brakes. Okay. Into there. Ease up off the brakes. Accelerate through. Okay. Alright. Maintaining good speed there. Now we're on the medium graphics settings, and it definitely does feel like we're going fast when we're hitting 100 plus. I like the rain effects. The motion blur on everything that's whooshing past. I even think I heard a bit of a wind whooshing sound to make it feel like we're going really fast there. Yeah, like a whoosh. It makes it feel like we're cutting through the wind. Cutting through the air. Okay, okay. Good acceleration. We're gonna pass this guy. And we're gonna brake just a smidgen late. Oh crap! Oh, okay. So now we're gonna use the rewind function, which wasn't in the other one, but because of the lack of traction, I was gonna go crazy off-road there. So that is something you have in single player here that didn't seem to be in the Gran Turismo demo. And I don't know if that's because it's not in the full game or what. Okay. Gotta brake. Taking that a little wide. Okay. We're able to maintain control though. Yeah, everything just feels a little more stable. Let's check something out real quick because I want to see. Steering. Okay. So, the light setting of traction control, kind of like it was in Gran Turismo. Light setting on stability control, so that's weak. Automatic shifting. So yeah, so it's essentially the same type of settings that we had before.
3 left.
Oh, God. Okay, I'm just not gonna rewind here. There we go. We didn't gain any ground, so I think that, yep, no penalty. Now, something that they didn't have in my first Gran Turismo demo was a penalty system. I'm pretty sure Gran Turismo proper does have a penalty system, so I can't really compare the two. Okay. Dang. Ooh, Lord. Okay, we're definitely gonna use a rewind on that. Holy smokes. I was not able to take that turn, so let's see. Okay, is because so that is a downside to the camera system in this one. The difference between your loss in cornering under acceleration and brake is harder to tell because the camera's not snapped to the car as much as it is in Gran Turismo. So I think I'm seeing a benefit to the Gran Turismo system. It looks worse presentation-wise and delivers less of a sense of speed, but it does make information such as how fast your car is cornering, how tightly you're turning, is more apparent when the camera is more tightly snapped to the car. So they went for information over presentation in Gran Turismo. And so it does make information such as how tightly you're able to turn easier to feel based on what you're seeing, at the expense of making the car feel very slow, even when you're going over 100 miles per hour. Now, something I do want to do here now is let's reduce the assists here like that. So we got less of that steering line, right? It only is going to appear on the corners. Now let's see if the game feels any slower when that line's not there whooshing past. I would venture to say not much, because all the environmental elements are still going by faster with a measure of motion blur. Now it'd be nice if we were on a racing on a sunny day, so that I could compare the feel under similar conditions of grip. Because right now the rain picked up and the wheels they don't bite into the road as much. Yeah, whoops. Though it is nice to see all these visual effects of the weather. It looks good. And this is just the medium graphics settings. Okay. Alright, are we gonna take this guy on the inside or the outside? I'm gonna go inside. Ugh. Okay, it was just a light graze, so there's no penalty there. So I would venture to say the racing line does make it feel a slight bit faster, but it still feels faster than Gran Turismo because of the way the camera behaves. Oh, we weren't even on far chase cam mode. We were in close mode. So let's keep it this way for the rest of the race. Yeah, I mean, it definitely... Just hoping the next race offers a sunny day so that we can have similar conditions. But something that this game does that I don't know if Gran Turismo does is it shows the drivers outside of the car, even though they're just in a racing suit, you know? It still is an interesting aspect of the presentation. Alright, please give me a sunny race for this one. That way we can just run some practice laps and have a more one-to-one comparison. Okay, good. So, no rain, meaning grip conditions are going to be similar. Alright, let's start practice. Also, I noticed they use like a shaky cam feel for these scenes. Kind of like it's a spectator recording it, right? I find that interesting. Alright. Oh, we're actually going up here. Oh, you get to hear the sound bouncing off the walls. And the wall, you hear the wall whooshing by. That's an interesting effect. And you'd be surprised, but sound design actually cannot be understated in how it aids in a sense of speed. Okay, so that was a slow turn, just like in the other ones, but it didn't feel as slow as in Gran Turismo, even though I had to go very slow through those turns. It didn't feel like I had to come to a near complete stop like in Gran Turismo. Okay. Let's rewind that a bit more. One more notch. And let's see how this feels. I'm going to try to load up the weight, shift the weight to the front tires while turning, then release. Yeah, the effect wasn't as pronounced as in Gran Turismo of loading up the front wheels with weight by braking and then holding into the turn while releasing the brakes. The effect was not as pronounced. That could be due in part because of the way the camera behaves and the way the car is allowed to rotate on screen more independently of the camera. But it also could come down to the physics engine as well, not simulating that as realistically. So that's an interesting point of comparison. Although I do like how you don't have as much instability while going over curbs in this game compared to Gran Turismo. Once I got hit a curb in Gran Turismo, it felt like the car wanted to jump to the side. Like it was just trying to dive off track, and it felt weird. So overall, I think I would say this game feels a bit better. Mainly because of the way, mainly because of the way the camera behaves, right? Though I do think the physics overall feel a little better in Gran Turismo. The sense of speed is greater in this one. And if I had to choose between the two, I would choose a sense of speed over realistic physics any day. Because I want the racing to feel fun. Also, there's some shadow pop in there because of the graphics settings I'm on right now while streaming. Now, if I was playing this on, like, an Xbox, then it would probably graphically... Lord, okay. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try and see what the game feels like if I use the handbrake. So, let's hit the brakes. Let's go into the turn. And okay, so it wants to slide, but it doesn't want to spin out as hard. Okay, so we got a hardcore power slide there. All right. So let's hit the brakes. Let's hit that power slide. I can straighten out. Ow! Thank you. Thank you for that. That was very pleasant. Okay, so the handbrake doesn't feel as detrimental as it did in Gran Turismo. In Gran Turismo, it just wanted me to immediately spin out as soon as I touched the handbrake. Not so much in this one. In this one, you can actually initiate a bit of a slide without, like, feeling like you're just... Yeah, like there. I was able to slide a little bit. It's far from optimal, obviously. But it is doable. It heats up the tires quite a bit, I see at the bottom right. Interesting. But it's doable, and it's not an instant spin out. So, again, a bit less realistic, but more fun. It allows you to do some maybe less optimal but more fun things without feeling like you're just throwing as soon as you touch a single button that's on your controller. Good night. Okay. Alright, so now I need to take a serious lap. See if I can meet this time challenge at the bottom. So I'm gonna try and focus in. I'm gonna lock in a little bit right here. See if I can meet this time challenge here. Darn it. All right. Alright, come on. Can I make this lap in under this time? Ooh, buddy. Okay. Well, probably not that lap. That turn is definitely an interesting one. Alright, let's set this real quick and see if we can make this particular lap time. Okay, yo, definitely not under a minute 42:58, but I think we can do it. I think I can do it. There we go. Took that turn a bit better. Okay. See, the curb's not sabotaging me instantly. Very beneficial. Alright, let's see how this goes. Ah, dang it. I need to not cut in so early. Okay. Ah, okay. There we go. Alright, gun it. Keep a tight line. Come on. There we go. Pick up some speed. Gotta control my slide a bit. There we go. Come on, come on. Come on. I think we're gonna make it. 41. Alright, we did it. Okay, okay. Not bad, not bad. Yeah, so I'm starting to see the benefits and the pros to go along with the cons of the okay, so 5 laps of how Gran Turismo works its chase cam. You get more. Okay, so projected finish. So starting in the middle of the pack, the projectile finishing third. And this says third to fifth. So I guess we'll start in the middle of the pack. Or should we start in the back? You know what? Let's do this one. Let's start a little further back from exact middle of the pack. And then we'll call it here after this race. And I'll give my real final verdict. Interesting. To my left is the same car, but with a wing on the back. Okay. Oh god! Oh god! I got brake checked. Okay, hang on. There we go. I was slammed. Really?
Time penalty is about 2.5 seconds.
Really? You're gonna give me a penalty while I was slamming my brakes? You know what? Is there a restart option? There is not. Well, that's unfortunate. Ah! Get away from me. Okay. Gotta really hit my brakes there. Wow, these computers, they're going off the track too. Interesting. Now, one thing I will definitely give to Gran Turismo is I prefer the way they display the braking zone. I think actually, oh god, having it separate from the driving line actually works. How? Oh, this is chaos. Okay, can I take him on the outside? No. I'm gonna try and... There we go. But yeah, showing the braking zone individually, I think is actually a better way to do it. It makes it more clear, regardless of where you are on the track in relation to the racing line. And it helps you even if you're not using a racing line. So I would venture to say Gran Turismo's braking zone display is better than the way that it looks on here integrated into the racing line or cornering lines. I like having them separate more. Now, another thing I will say, braking feels more potent in this game compared to... right as I say that. Oh, Lord. Alright, let's try that again. Oh, I gotta click in here. There we go. Okay, what I was saying was... Good lord, man. Alright, come on. I'm braking early, but I need to brake earlier because of these other cars, huh? I guess that was better. Yeah, just the sounds of the air whooshing by and the motion blur being applied to the stuff around. Oh, come on. Get back on the track. Interesting. I was looking away for a split second.
3 more.
Oh, I heard some screeching tires. Ah. It is hard to catch up, though. In the intermediate difficulty, much more challenging than in that my first Gran Turismo. Oof. Why did that sound so powerful? I barely tapped the dude.
Total time penalty is about 3.5
Ah.
seconds.
Okay, fine. Let me go back more. I'm gonna try to avoid that cut. Now, one thing I do think that helped in the other game, the music that played while you were racing definitely enhanced the experience a bit. This one is very quiet. I feel like I would have to put on my own music of some sort. Oh my goodness. Ah. It is really hard to play catch up, though. Ah. I did not brake early enough. Let's try that again. Now, in single player, I would say the rewind feature is kind of cool. It would have been nice if the Gran Turismo one had that, the demo. I don't know if that's perhaps something that does or doesn't exist in the single player career of Gran Turismo 7. But, yeah. Also, why am I sliding so much? Come on, I just want to pass this guy right in front of me. I'm probably getting a penalty for
Total
that.
time penalty is about 3 seconds.
Yep.
Final lap.
Ooh, that was a heck of a pass there. Okay. There we go. Okay, got better rotation in that turn. Oh, not off track there. Good, good, good. Alright, can I gain up and get this guy? Oh no. That's gonna be a penalty, I'm sure. Yep.
Total time penalty is about 5.5
Good
seconds.
lordy. That was a huge penalty. What the heck? Okay. And I was braking this whole time. Okay, final lap. Can I take him on the inside? Ah! Why'd you brake check me like that? Gah. Alright, gonna take it on the inside. Let's go. Right at the last second. But because of the penalties, I still finished 8th.
Great work.
Okay. Was that the end of this sequence, or do I have one more? I'm not gonna do it today. I'm gonna go to my final, what do you call it? I said it earlier and now I can't remember. My final decision, I guess you could say. A final statement on which feels better. Yeah.
The Nürburgring opportunities occur energy media.
Alright, so let's leave this event real quick. So, final thoughts. Which game feels better? In my opinion, I think overall gameplay-wise, Forza Motorsport offers a better sense of speed. And I think by offering a better sense of speed and having a better chase cam in terms of the presentation, allowing the car to rotate freely, independently from the camera, rather than doing it like in Gran Turismo and having it snap to the car, makes the game feel faster. That said, there are little bits of information that are easier to glean with the form of chase cam that Gran Turismo uses that is worse for sense of speed and spectating, but does allow you to more easily feel your car's cornering while using the chase cam. It's easier to know when your cornering is being reduced by braking or acceleration because the camera stays snapped to the car itself and the car's rotation. So that's easier and a bit more intuitive to understand in Gran Turismo, but it does make the cars feel slower. When you're going over 100 miles per hour, it feels like you're going barely 50. So that is the pros and cons of that. I would say the ideal chase cam system for overall game feel and information would be something like Gran Turismo style, but in which you have, well, I don't know though, because the way it made it did feel like you were turning a rolling brick. I think it would be a system in which maybe it's more closely snapped to the car's rotation at low speeds, or at high speeds, I should say. But then when you're in the state where you have higher cornering, allow the car to turn a little bit on screen independently of the camera, just to give the idea that you're cornering more tightly. I think something like that would make it feel less like a brick, but give you the best of both, right? If you're going at high speeds or you're accelerating or you're braking and the thing's not able to turn much, have it closer, snapped to the car more to denote that. But then when you're able to turn a lot, let it turn a little more independently of the camera, which would then denote that you're turning more tightly, and have the camera lag behind just a little bit in the turn. And then, of course, when you're accelerating, let the car get further away from the camera. I think it's very subtle, but I think Forza Motorsport does do that a little bit, which sells speed a little bit more. And then, of course, motion blur. Having the environment whooshing past you blur more the faster you're going does a world of benefit to selling speed. Like, it cannot be understated. It makes the game feel faster. That alone, and then having other environmental elements like rain, and having it look like it's coming towards you while it's falling when you're going faster, really also helps sell the illusion of speed. So, yeah. Which one do I think is more fun? I do think Forza Motorsport's a bit more fun to play. And that comes down to it feels faster. You can get used to things like how the cornering feels just through more than just visual information. And once you get a grip on it, it doesn't feel all that different. But it looks better, and it looks and feels faster. So I think that this is a little more fun than Gran Turismo. I will say Gran Turismo is solid, though, and definitely has a better system for cockpit view. It feels more responsive and faster in cockpit view than it does in Forza Motorsport. But Forza Motorsport is better if you're using a controller and you like to use the chase camera. For one, you have two different chase cameras, close and far, and it just feels better than Gran Turismo while in chase cam. So, yeah, gotta give it to Microsoft and Turn 10 Studios. They definitely have a better chase cam system than Gran Turismo for the more casual players. If I want, a more realistic experience, I will play in VR using my steering wheel and pedal setup. And while in VR, the sense of speed that you get is much more realistic. And therefore, if you're going 100 miles an hour, you feel like you're going fast. Heck, you feel like you're going fast at 80. So, yeah, that's kind of my final thoughts on that. So, alright, so let's go ahead and exit this game, pop back here, and get my tracking back. Okay, come on, OBS, catch up, will you? PC, hello, what is happening? Where am I? What is going on? PC, oh no. Okay, well, it looks like I broke this, so, I am invisible for now. Nope, we're back. Okay. Good lord. Alrighty. I'm not sure what the heck was going on there. So yeah, that's my thoughts. So thank you for bearing with me through the scuff at the beginning of the stream. I'm returning to multi-streaming. It's taking some getting used to. I'll have the kinks ironed out in a bit, probably by the next stream, honestly. I learned a bit more about this. I'll fine-tune the settings and get that working better. And then, aside from that, I'm back on Twitch. I'm not going to stop streaming on YouTube. And yeah, let's have some more fun going forward. Let's see if we can get my Twitch to 3 average concurrent viewers as fast as possible, so we can activate affiliate and turn back on features like channel points and redeems, so we can have some more fun with that as well. That always was fun back in the day. And yeah, let's just see how things go going forward. So that's pretty much it for me for now. Yeah, I'm going to call it a day here. Got to get some laundry done before this winter storm comes in, and have dinner with the wife, and then, excuse me, get on with life. So yeah, alrighty. Well, that was some fun. When we get back into the swing of things with streaming on Twitch, then we'll do things like raid out to people. Right now, I am out of practice, and nobody I particularly know are there to be raided. So we will try that again another time. So with that said, this has been Samuel Ray. I will see you next week. Same time, same place. 2 places now. And, pop over to my Discord if you're, you want to kind of keep an eye on the way things are going forward. And yeah, I'm gonna have some stuff to show off over there as well. My peeps over in Discord, they get to see everything first, and then I show it off elsewhere. So head on over there if you want to see what I got cooking going forward. Let's see if the bots even wanna post the links there. It looks like it's struggling a smidgen. There we go. All right, there you go, Stream Elements. Thank you for doing your job. Why is it not popping up over in the other one though? Stream Elements. What are you doing, bot? Chat commands, custom commands, and yeah, it's supposed to work. So why is it not? Let's try it one more time. Come on, Stream Elements, do your thing. Okay, well, looks like that bot's broken. So that's something else I'm gonna need to fix soon. Oh well, it's linked in the profile, so you can just go over there and, or better yet, hang on. Let's just copy and paste for now. Boom. There you go. Alrighty. So, thank you for everyone who came by today. I know it was kind of, there was a lot of scuff at the beginning, but again, we'll get that ironed out, and it's part of the experience here. They don't call me the Scuff Doctor for nothing. Scuff happens, and I learn how to fix it on the fly. So, hope to see you next time, and have a great rest of your weekend. And for those of you who are getting some winter storms coming, be safe out there, okay? Make sure you have all your preparations in order, keep your living space warm, and just stay safe. Alright, you have a great one, everyone. I'll see you next time. Later.